2 minutes, Akira, 2 minutes.
Okay. Pretty woman wonder where my secret lies.
Yes.
I'm not cute
Yes.
or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I am a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me.
Yes.
I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I am a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my chest, the grace of my style. I am a woman, phenomenal woman, that's
Beautiful. According to the Department of Education, the graduation rate among blacks and Latinos in New York City has improved slightly in the past few years, but too many negative factors still affect the success of these students. Violence, social pressures, even bullying. Could learning to express themselves through spoken word poetry help students counterbalance some of these barriers to success?
Green Earth Poets Cafe wants kids to expand their horizons with shared language and believes that in the healing power of a poetry slam. Here to tell us why and it all started and how it all started is its founder and director, Curtis Harris. Welcome to BK Live. And with him, he brings Quindell Evans, program director, and Victoria Venice, the youth workshop facilitator. Hello, dear. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have to start with you, as the founder.
Yes.
What inspired you to start Green Earth Poets Cafe?
Well, actually, before I go into that, I just want to thank a couple of people because that story will bring me to tears. I want to thank our board of directors, first of all, for allowing us to come here and speak about what we do. Also, I'd like to thank Councilwoman Darlene Mealy, who's provided a lot of funding for us to hold the workshops that your girls were able to come to. And also Jesse Hamilton, New York State Senator Jesse Hamilton, who's been an avid supporter of Green Earth Poets Cafe. His name was CJ. About 4 years ago, about 10 o'clock in the evening, I heard about 9 gunshots underneath my bedroom window. At that time, I lived on Pacific Street between Ralph and Buffalo in Crown Heights. His friend, I looked out of my window and I saw his friend standing over him, begging CJ to not die and stay with him. That was the longest night of my life. From 10 p.m., his body laid there until 6 a.m. while the police did their investigating and stuff like that. At that moment, I vowed I would do whatever I could do within me to help stop this violence, this cycle of violence, kids killing kids. So I joined my local community board, Community Board 8, and there I heard Councilwoman Darlene Mealy speak about a poetry initiative that they were doing. I thought that was a wonderful idea to get kids involved in putting down the guns and picking up a mic, as it were. And that's what gave birth to Green Earth Poets Cafe. Also, to make a long story short, Green Earth Poets Cafe was also a graduate project of mine. I did graduate school at BRIC College. I just completed my MPA in nonprofit administration. And my graduate thesis was on stopping violence, gun violence in Brownsville, Brooklyn. So I'm happy to share this with you. I received an A, and that ultimately led to me creating this organization. And then I discovered that 75% of children in our community, the communities of Crown Heights, Brownsville, and Bedford-Stuyvesant, are reading below their grade level, from grades 3 to 8. And 50% of high school students are dropping out. That was alarming. To top it off, on top of that, the number of children in prison, 16 and 17-year-olds, is on the increase. So that gave me an idea to get together poets and, number one, to go into Rikers Island. We have a program called No More Silent Voices, in which we take poets and we go into Rikers Island and we encourage these young people to let them know we love them, to let them know they're worth it, to increase their self-confidence, and to let them know that Rikers Island or any other prison is not their home. We also do another workshop, poetry workshop that you came
that
to.
My students came to, full disclosure, that's how,
that's
all
how
of
we
this
met.
came about, right?
Called Our Youth is Slamming. And now, beginning March 7th, we'll be at the Von King Cultural Arts Center.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to bring these two in the conversation
Okay.
because I did hear them practicing a little earlier,
Yes.
and I can't wait to hear the words,
spoken
the
word.
wordsmiths, put some things together. But in your opinion, or Victoria, if you'd care to go first, why do you think that spoken word is such a great outlet for youth?
It's a great outlet because not only do you get to write privately, but if you're a performer, you get to share it and express it with the world. And I think that's what our children are lacking. They don't have a way to express themselves to anyone.
Right, right. And Quindell, you led the workshop that my students ended up coming to. Where do you come up with this to say, let me put this in a package that everyone can participate?
The goal is to make sure children express themselves. That's the goal, that they have the outlet, that they feel comfortable in this world, which is pretty harsh when you grow up, when you're grown and have responsibilities. So if you practice from young the way to perform and take care of your responsibilities, whatever you have, because you always do, then you can be comfortable when you grow up. So how I come up with these ideas is just off the vibe, the energy of a people. I always think of lessons and activities that I want to do, but when the students come together, things change. When you were there, the tactic I used to get people open was to share their name and what the definition of their name is to them. Self-identity, not what your name means in Google or what your mother told you, but what you feel like your name means. And from that, you start to look at yourself in a more comfortable way because you define yourself. And then from there, you can be able to perform more like yourself, define your own path, your own purpose, because only you can do that. And I believe that. I believe that no matter what your parents say they see in you, no matter what your friends say they see in you, you have to look in the mirror and see for yourself what you want to be. So it's all about self-reflection. Once you get people to self-reflect, then you can allow people to help you out, or you can help them.
Help them out.
And you can help them to shine.
Right.
I have a question for you, Tati.
Sure.
Actually, to bring you into
Okay.
the conversation. You're a mentor to,
Yes.
to young ladies.
Yes.
What was the reaction when you took the young ladies saying, "Hey, I'm going to take you to this,
Yeah.
presentation"? What was it like taking them in, and then what was it like bringing them out?
Yes, bringing them in. You know how kids are. Victoria saw them, Quindell saw them, Curtis saw them. It was like, some people are too cool for school. Oh, Miss Tati, it's snowing. Where are we going? What are we doing? And then we got there, and everyone got settled. And then Quindell gave the assignment, and the girls, we broke down into breakout groups. And then when they got on stage, I'm talking about kids who were in shells, completely opening up. We walked in like, okay, let's just get there. And we walked out excited. With so much just joy coming out of them. And what I really liked seeing was girls who were kind of in a shell, just completely open up on stage. And that meant a lot to us personally. It really did. It really did. But I want to know what spoken word has done for you guys. Like, Victoria, let's start with you. What has it given you as a person?
It's given me a way to always have an outlet. Growing up, I grew up in an abusive home, so poetry was my outlet to my mother. No matter what I felt or how I felt, she allowed me to express it through poetry. So however upset and angry, if I put it in a poem, she was like, okay, this is how you feel, it's okay. So that allowed me to just share that with the world and to be comfortable, and be comfortable with getting things that I'm going through off my chest.
How about you, Quindell?
I don't feel like a poet. Like genuinely, I feel like poet is like an identity that the world, someone has invented the term and we use it. I feel like I'm a messenger, and my message is to let people know that we have to keep the world as good as it needs to be, as great as it needs to be, in the best condition. That's my message to you. And in order for us to do that, we have to unify. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm a messenger, and the most appropriate and the most effective way for me to deliver my message is through poetry. So I use poetry to deliver this message for our people.
Okay.
And so that's what poetry does for me. It allows me to...
All this talk about poetry.
Exactly. We're on the same. Right.
It's time for us to get a sample. So ladies first,
Okay,
Victoria,
ladies
if you
first,
like to step
And I
up
know
to the
they're
mic.
good, so now you guys get to see how good they are. I'm excited.
God's son come out. God's son come out of these hypocritical cages. This, I'm a gangster, but I'm still sane though, because gangsters can never be sane though. They inflict our hoods with pain and poverty, and it's almost like a novelty when you see a black man think. In the blink of an eye, a gun, a bullet, a life. And for what? Bragging rights? To say you put on for your hood? Beefing over a block that you would never own, but this throne, it is yours, black man. Take back your crown. Tell them you will no longer be their clown, court jester, professional fool, because we sit at a desk at our enemy schools, wanting only what they place in front of us. Tell lies, vision. And the rap game got us hanging by our noose. It's a lose-lose situation. One dead, one in jail, and the white man's like, yes, 2 niggas, 1 stone. So don't forget when you reppin' Black Peace Stone, what it stands for. White liberals were all about the potential political power of the mighty Peace Stone nation. So God's son come out, God's son come out, a savage or not. Oh mighty, oh powerful black man, you lead, we follow. So if you're on the road to destruction, we're not too far behind you. Freedom from mental slavery. Free your mind, the artists are of rocks, and I can't rock to a bunch of confused cowards that would do anything. Sell your soul, but I'd be damned if I sell my soul. So God's son come out, God's son come out.
Whoa. Deep. Okay, Quindell, next up, let's go.
I need you guys to help for this.
You need help? Okay.
So when
help you
I
out.
say bang bang, you guys are gonna say, what's your name?
Okay.
Bang bang.
What's your name?
Oh, you ain't know.
Yep.
They call me lame because they ain't in my lane. They call me crazy because I change and won't remain in the same place and dwell in the pain. Because I decide to drive, because I flee and fly, because I make a move, because staying the same won't keep me sane. Bang bang.
What's your
What's your
name?
name?
Oh, you ain't know. They call me lame. So in vain I seek gain, but cease to see that the scenes that I seen were excellent examples to explain that all people don't play the same. So I listened and learned that there's only one way to win in this game of game before you're dead and decayed. That one remaining rule is to play or get played. Bang, bang.
What's your name?
Oh, you ain't know. They call me lame because I observe before I obtain, because I train before I try to fight, because I look before I like, but likewise I want to win. And that game that I seek had me diving so deep, way down in the water, I almost drowned, but I was brought up. I got caught up in the cut. A punch from behind hit my gut. An uppercut hit my head. I was being jumped, but I had enough strength to duck. To put a stop to the swings, I stood up to a deuce 5 aimed at my brain. Like bang, bang.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Oh, yeah, I ain't know. That bang, bang was more like a click, click. Strange thing that happened so quick, it was as if I was there alone. See, when something goes down like that, you look around for your mans, but I ain't look around, I looked up for the man in the firmaments to ask him to help, and he didn't flinch. He came down and turned that bang, bang to a click, click. Now I stand here to tell you this. Bang, bang.
What's your name?
My name is Quindell, and I write poetry to tap into realities that are bad to me or sad to me, but after I add to it with casual assonance, what had happened to be mad actually seems magical. Thank you.
Woo.
All right.
Well done. Well done. All right, Green Earth Poets Cafe, tell everybody how they can reach out to you.
Well, we are on the internet, www.greenearthpoetscafe.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can also find us at by email, greenearthpoetscafe@gmail. We're at Twitter, Green Earth Poets. Also, I'd like to invite you to our Saturday evening Black History Month Poetry Slam. It's called History of Black Love, in honor of Black History Month and also Valentine's Love Fest.
Sounds good. And that's going to be at the Brownsville Heritage House.
Yes, at the Brownsville Heritage
Perfect.
House. And I thank once again the Honorable Darlene Mealy, Council Member of the 41st Councilmanic District, for making this all possible with grant funding.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was absolutely amazing, and the important work that you do. And before we go, I just want to say, God bless the family of that young man that was
Yes.
slain
Yes,
so many years ago. And
sir.
thank you for
sir.
taking that tragedy and bringing some good
Right.
from it.
It wasn't in
Thank you
vain.
so very much.
Thank you.
We have a lot more work to do.